Well, hello again, and I think I'm rolling. Yeah, I'm rolling. I'd like to say I have better lighting, but for a hot day in Bangkok, in this noisy city, I'll take what I can get. Yeah, a few minutes ago, I was thinking about getting patched up here in Bangkok, and it reminded me of my buddy Stan. Stan the man, I like to call him. And Stan was a dentist, and also a sailor, and also a very interesting world traveler. And I had gotten a large abscess behind my ear. Every once in a while I would get them behind my ears for some reason, and I would have to go to a doctor and pay out cash and have them move that or drain that or whatever they needed to do. So we were in the boatyard, and I had one of these abscesses behind my ears, and we had been trying, you know, hot packs and all the other stuff they say to do to get rid of it without any luck. And it was Sunday afternoon, and typically on Sunday everybody, you know, sort of takes the day off, you know, not because it's, well, I guess, yeah, because it's Sunday, whatever, anybody's closed anyway, all the other business and that, so everybody's sort of sitting around. So we're sitting around having a couple cocktails with Stan and his girlfriend. And I said, Stan, I said, you're a dentist, right? I said, that's almost like being a doctor. I said, I need a minor surgical procedure. And when you drain those things, they don't give you any Novocaine or anything. They just take a scalpel and go to town on you. And he's like, he says, I'm a dentist, I'm not a doctor. He says, I don't do that. I'm like, well, if I had an abscess in my mouth, wouldn't you drain it? And he's like, yeah, but that's inside your mouth. I'm like, close enough. It's only missed it by that much. So Stan wasn't so keen on doing that. And by that time, my wife had already gotten her medical kit out, and which was pretty extensive. So she's getting out, you know, sterile dressings and a sterile scalpel, and she's pulling everything out, setting it out in the back. And about this time, I'm sitting up on a bench, a piece of scaffolding, and my wife's got everything set up. Stan's not too sure he wants to do this. The owner of the boatyard walks by, and he just sort of looks at us, and he's like, what are you guys up to? I said, minor surgery, it's Sunday. And he goes, I don't want to know. He says, you people who live on the boats, you're all bloody crazy. You're out here drinking rum, and now you're going to do surgery. Okay, I'm going to go home. I'll see you on Monday. Stan did man up, though. He did cure my problem up for me. Good guy. See, told you, Stan, you were a doctor. Anyway, yeah, Stan was just really quite the character. Had been sailing for many years. And it's funny, I'd heard a story about Stan before I met Stan. And that was, I guess about the year around 91, I sailed down through Central America. Down to Honduras and Guatemala, Belize, did that round trip route out of Florida. But my brother said, yeah, during the summer in really nice weather one day, a sailboat crashed into Lake Worth Pier. Middle of the day, calm weather, just slams right into the pier. And I had heard that story just because I was back in town, and I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months later, I have my boat at a boatyard. And I meet Stan, and Stan proceeds to tell me about being an offshore sailor and all this, but he had been up for, I think, 38 hours and had taken a nap in the boat. And he was on autopilot, and he was offshore, and the boat drifted inshore, and it was his boat that hit the pier. And he actually thought he was going to die because he was down in the back part of the boat. There's a post there. We call it a compression post that comes through the deck, puts all the pressure from the sails and that down, which is one of the masts that were sticking up. Well, the autopilot came off a little bit, and he came in and hit the pier. Like he said, if I'd have came in a little closer and hit the beach either side of the pier, it would have been no big deal. It was really calm. He could have got the boat off. But no, he slammed into Lake Worth Pier, sheared both the masts off the deck. He was had his head laying next to the one that exploded next to his head. He thought he'd been run over by a ship offshore. He thought he was going to die. But yes, that was Stan the man. I don't know whatever happened to Stan. I knew him for on and off for about 10 years, and I don't know, I guess it's been probably 20 years since I've seen him. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day. Take care. Bye from Bangkok.